Is verkeerd. Soos ek moet goed huis. Stressful in Southern Los.
Nou?
Gaan terug.
Kijk je, hoe is het dit? Hij gaat hem zeggen, dat was kwaai man, wat het je? Jullie besloten dat te doen.
Weet je dat zo mee? Eén of
Ja, ons zullen aanspelen. We zullen nog samen doen, hè?
Ja.
Und speelt. Dus overal is er aan de dag zelf. Waar hij poos.
Maar weet je wat, is iets, hier zit slijm in mijn borst, man.
Dat je loskomt. Kan je borst klinkt stijf.
Wat nou die dankzij namens die sans wat ik muscle relax is, nee, dat ik kan woes.
Serieus, eigenlijk wat van die bowler, ne? Je kan bowlen aan, samen tot de...
En mijn handzak is een t-shirt. Gaan ons stel as woorde, so met commentating en as ons praat, dan horen mensen alles live.
So ek is ook weer aan het zeggen, maar net die vloekie. So, lief met die vloekie. Because I did tell some of the bells, or some of the supporters yesterday, before when they were standing right here, and the F's were flying left, right, and center. Yo guys, keep quiet or move. Oh, shit, sorry. Move. Look at my binoculars.
Hoe kan jy my hoor as ons nog nie eens die lied in het nie? Hoe hoor jy as ons nog nie eens die headset in het nie? Kan jy sê my prachtig alles wat ek ons sê?
Is die jouw telefoon?
Good morning and welcome, viewers and listeners. We are at Victoria Cricket Club in Chucky Road, Kenwyne today for the fifth and final T20 international between the Hollywood Bets Protea blind cricket team from South Africa and the New Zealand blind caps. Dominic Andrians, the captain of South Africa, has finally won a toss and has elected to field. New Zealand will bat first. South Africa obviously has gone 4-0 up yesterday with an emphatic win at Bellville Cricket Club, and the New Zealanders will try to bounce back and at least not go 5-0 down. And there's been just a few changes to the South African lineup, with Joshua Domans coming in, Asher Hatting and Fadi Boer both sitting out for the final one as they get rested for the one-day internationals that start on Wednesday at the Vineyard Oval. And the two umpires for today is Mr. Godfrey Jacobs and Abu Mayer as they take the field now. And the South African team taking the field now. Absolutely beautiful day in Cape Town today. Just a little bit of cloud over the mountain. A nice breeze over the field to cool the players down. Nothing serious yet. Williamson is in, and it looks like James Dunn. So it looks like James Dunn and Gary Williamson. It must be mechanical, so around 73 inches. Okay, so it looks like James Dunn and Williamson.
New Zealand's opening batsmen today, Gary Williamson and James Dunn.
So the New Zealand's opening batsman walking out to the middle. It will be Gary Williamson and James Dunn. Again, Gary Williamson obviously is a B1 batsman, totally blind. And just to remind you all again, any run scored off the bat of a B1 batsman is doubled. Just make sure, I'm not sure. I can't see sure. He's number 2 now. Opening bowler for the South African team will be Dr. Moninga, who is also a B1. And James Dunn will be on strike, left-handed B2 batsman. He will face the first ball. And Malingo will bowl right arm around the wickets. The umpire is now signalling. And we're about to start. Dr. Malinga bowls. A nice little shot down to the fine leg boundary by James Dunn. They've now he's turning for the second. This could be risky. This could be risky. And they take 2. The throw going to the wrong end, but 2 runs of the first ball to James Dunn. Malinga get ready, bowls it now. Down the leg side, wide. South Africans gave away too many extras yesterday, and it's something that they'll have to work on today. As Malinga gets ready to bowl. Right arm around the wickets. Bowls it now. James Dunn with a sweep shot, beautifully played. Big chase onto the boundary. And the first 4 of the innings by James Dunn. And already the New Zealanders showing a lot more intent today than they have. Obviously do not want to get whitewashed in the series. They want to win at least one. Very important for them before we go into the 2 one-day internationals. So Dr. Malinga getting ready to bowl. Let's it go now. Sweep shot again. This time a very good stop by Sergio January, the B1. And they only get single. Just again for all those listening out there, a B1 is totally blind. So James Dunn off strike, and that brings in Gary Williamson, who's also a B1 player, totally blind batsman. Gary Williamson is right-handed. Malinga ready to bowl. Let's it go now. And that will be called wide. Too much on the offside. Malinga getting his directions from his captain, wicketkeeper. And then lets it go now. But quicker. Again, 2 wide on the offside and another wide. Malinga ready to bowl. Lets it go now. Much better delivery. Williamson makes contact. They've run 1. It'll be just a single, and that is doubled as a 2. So 2 runs added to the New Zealand score. 2 balls left in the over. Malinga gets ready to bowl. James Dunn on strike. Malinga bowls. Big straight shot. Problems here. Straight to the fielder, attempting a run, deciding against it, and a dot ball. Excellent bit of fielding there by the South Africans. And Malinga getting ready to bowl the last ball of the over. James Dunn on strike. Malinga bowls. A nice little dab shot. They're going for a single. 1 run it is, and that is the end of the first over. New Zealand moves on to 13 of the first over without any wickets down. So a very good start by the New Zealanders then here today.
New Zealand score after 1 over is 13 without loss.
So it looks like Sean Swan will be bowled from the other end. Yeah, Sean Swan it is. James Dunn, of course, taking a single of the last ball of that over, so he will be on strike again, left-handed batsman. Right, so Sean Swan is left arm over the wickets. As he gets ready to bowl now, he comes running in, delivers it now, down the leg side, and it will be called wide by the umpire. Right, Sean Swan runs in, bowls now. James Dunn makes contact, a quick single, and that is all it is, just the one. And that brings Gary Williamson onto strike. South Africa obviously looking for the whitewash here. They want to make it 5-0. Williamson, right-handed batsman. Sean Swan getting ready to bowl to him now as he comes running in. Lets it go. And a dot ball outside off stump. Well bowled. Sean Swan had a brilliant spell yesterday, picking up 2 wickets for 27 runs in his 4 overs. It was very impressive yesterday. He gets ready to bowl now. Lets it go. Another good ball outside off stump and another dot ball. Sean Swan runs in. Bowls it now. Williamson makes contact, but no run. Another dot ball. Excellent over this by Sean Swan so far. Only 2 runs of it. A wide and a single. Sean Swan runs in. Lets it go now. Dead ball. Dead ball doesn't deliver it, and it's a dead ball. Sean Swan runs in again. Lets it go. This time there is contact straight to the fielder. They'll get the single. And that's 2 runs added to the New Zealand score. A nice bit of fielding there by Donovan van Noordwijk. That brings James Dunn back onto strike. Sean Swan runs in. Lets it go now. James Dunn makes contact. Good bit of fielding. And only the 1 run. That is the end of the second over. New Zealand score has moved on to 18 without loss. So very good over. Only 5 runs coming from that Sean Swan over.
After 2 overs, New Zealand scores 18 without loss.
Dr. Malinga will continue. James Dunn on strike, having taken a single off the last ball of the previous over. Dr. Malinga lets it go. Nice little shot there by James Dunn. There is cover out on the boundary. They've taken 1. They're not going to take the second. And just a single to James Dunn, which brings Gary Williamson on strike. South Africa has been very good in the field in the 4 games so far. They've managed to always pull it back and restrict New Zealand to something manageable that the South Africans can chase whenever they had to chase. So they're quite comfortable chasing runs. Very good ball there by Dr. Malinga. And it's a dot ball. So Malinga gets ready to bowl again. Lets it go. And he's bowled him. Dr. Malinga has bowled Gary Williamson with an absolute beautiful ball. New Zealand loses their first wicket. And the score is 19 for 1, halfway through the third over. Absolutely brilliant ball by Dr. Malinga. Williamson having a swing and a miss. Middle stump. Right, so new batsman for New Zealand is Deacon Dunn, batting with his dad, James Dunn, and yesterday there was a little bit of an issue where James ran Deacon out.
Ball of the first wicket was Gary Williamson for 4 runs, bowled Dr. Malinga.
Right, so Deacon Dunn on strike. Dr. Malinga going to bowl now. As Deacon Dunn had a very, very good innings yesterday. Got a beautiful 50 before his father ran him out. Dr. Malinga bowls it. Very, very good bowler, swing and a miss, and it's another dot ball for Dr. Malinga, and this is a much better over from Dr. Malinga. Much more controlled. Seems to have relaxed a little bit more now, and he's into his job as he gets ready to bowl. Bowls it now. A little bit leg side, and that will be wide. Commentators curse once again, just praising the bowler, and then he gets it wrong. Malinga ready to bowl. Right arm around the wicket at Deacon Dunn. He lets it go now at a good pace. And again down leg side. So another wide and another run to the New Zealand score. Malinga gets ready to bowl. Comes in, bowls it now. This time straight at Deacon Dunn, makes contact but straight to the fielder. No run, dot ball. South Africans looking very sharp in the field at this stage. Bowls it now. Shot into the air. That's a very good shot. It's a big chase on here. They'll turn for the second. There could be... Oh, the throw's gone to the wrong end. But they pick up 2. And that is the end of the third over. New Zealand moves on to 23 for 1 at the end of the third over.
At the end of 3 overs, New Zealand score has moved on to 23 for 1.
Sean Swan will continue. Sean Swan, of course, bowling left arm over the wickets. And James Dunn on strike. So Sean Swan runs in, bowls it now. Nice contact there. David Laundrie comes off the boundary, does the fielding, and they keep it down to 1. And this will bring Deacon Dunn back onto strike. Sean Swan runs in, lets it go now, left arm over. Deacon Dunn is a swing and a miss, but it's gone down leg and a wide. Top of his run up now, comes in. Bowls it now. Deacon Dunn having a swing, missing it, and it's a wide again, down leg side. In comes Sean Swan, bowls it now. This time there is contact. They've taken one. They're not going to attempt a second. I think they're still a bit jittery after yesterday's run out. Deacon maybe not trusting his dad that much today. So just a single to the score. That brings James Dunn back onto strike. Sean Swan runs in now. Lets it go left arm over the wickets. Leg side, white ball. Another extra to the New Zealand score. Sean Swan comes in, bowls it now. Again down the leg. Another wide and another extra to the New Zealand total. A lot of extras here today. It's not a very good start. Sean Swan runs in, bowls it now. Much better delivery. This time James Dunn makes contact into mid-wicket and they'll just take a single. South Africans having a 5-4 leg side field. Sean Swan runs in. That's a long ball, no ball. Attacking the middle line, but just getting it slightly wrong, and it's gone over for a no ball. For Deacon Dunn, it's a 5-4 offside field. Swan runs in. Makes contact and he's dropped. Very, very difficult chance. He hits it straight back at the bowler. Very, very difficult chance, and it's put down. Now they change the field around and they go for a 5-4 leg side field to Deacon Dunn. Swan runs in, bowls. Oh, he's got hold of that nicely. They've gone for one. They should get two here. Big chase by David Laundry. Gets it in now. And 2 runs to Deacon Dunn. Swan runs in, bowls it now. There's nobody out there. It's a very, very good straight drive. They've gone for one, turned for the 2. 2 runs it is. And at the end of the 4th over, the New Zealand score has moved on to 35 for 1.
Four overs gone, and New Zealand score is 35 for 1.
So James Dunn on strike. Dr. Malinga will continue. He'll start his 3rd over. The field is ready now. Malinga is going to bowl now. Lets it go. Nice little sweep shot. And it will just be a single to James Dunn. That brings Deacon Dunn onto strike. Malinga gets his directions from his wicketkeeper and he bowls it now. Down leg side. And that's another wide. Malinga bowls now. Nice pace on the ball. Deacon Dunn makes contact, but straight to a fielder and no run. Very well bowled by Dr. Malinga. Just a reminder again, Dr. Malinga is totally blind. Bowls now. It's a top shot. David Landry out on the boundary, gets his body behind it. A very good shot, and it's just gone for one. Excellent fielding by the number 9 of South Africa, David Landry. Malinga ready to go. Bowls it now. Nice little drive on the onside, but again, just a single. So that's Deacon Dunn back onto strike. David Landry, Dr. Malinga, apologies, getting ready to bowl. Right arm around the wickets. Bowls it now, nice pace on the ball. Down leg side, wide. Gets ready to bowl. Bowls it now. Great shot. Great shot. But again, just the single. So after that early boundary by James Dunn, the boundaries have now dried up and they're only dealing in singles, not even many twos. So James Dunn back onto strike. Malinga bowls it now. Sweep shot. And this is nicely into the gap at square leg. But again, Fielders comes in, cuts it down, and it's just a single. So at the end of the 5th over, New Zealand score has moved on to 43 for 1.
Score of the 5 overs for New Zealand is 43 for 1.
So Sean Swan to start his 3rd over. James Dunn on strike. Swan lets it go now. It's a brilliantly bowled ball. Swing and a miss. It's just missed the stumps that. So very well bowled. Dot ball. Sean Swan at the top of his run up comes running in now. Lets it go. But slower. Brilliant bit of fielding there, but they'll still get one. And one more to the New Zealand score. Okay, one of the South Africans not feeling too well. That looks like Buchli Bidla. Took a bit of a knock on his leg when he fielded that ball. But he's back up and ready to go. Sean Swan runs in, bowls it now. Attack the middle line nicely. Little sweep shot. David Landry does the fielding, and it's just a single to Deacon Dunn. And a no ball also for a long ball. So 2 runs added to the score. That brings James Dunn back onto strike. Sean Swan in now, bowls it. A little dab shot. They're going to have a quick single. There's a throw. And they get away with it, and it's just a single. So Deacon Dunn back on strike. Sean Swan comes running in. Bowls it now, left arm over. Playing a miss, and it's another dot ball. So Sean Swan back at his run up, comes running in now. Deacon Dunn still on strike. Bowls it now. Sweep shot out to the fielder. Fumbles it a little bit and a single to the New Zealanders. Sean Swan runs in, bowls it, and it coming down the wicket and not making contact. Dot ball, end of the over. That is the end of the 6th over. New Zealand has moved on to 48 for 1 at the end of 6 overs.
At the end of 6 overs, New Zealand's score is 48 for 1.
So Dr. Malinga will start his 4th and final over. And Deacon Dunn on strike. Another single for him. And they're playing a bit of risky cricket here. Ball had just gone over Bukhle Bitla's head. Again, right arm around. Deacon Dunn on strike. Bowls it now. Another big swing. Go now. Big swing. And again down the leg side this time. And another wide. And another run to the New Zealand score. Malinga gets ready now. Down to the square leg on the boundary. And they'll just get a single. And that is the end of the 7th over. The New Zealand score has moved on to 55 for 1.
New Zealand's score after 7 overs is 55 for 1.
So Dr. Malinga has bowled his 4 overs out. His figures, 4 overs, no maidens, 33 runs, 1 wicket at an economy of 8.25.
At the end of his 4 overs, Dr. Malinga has figures of 1 for 33.
Sean Swan will now start his 4th over. So they're bowling the openers through. Just a reminder that in blind cricket, 8 of the 20 overs must be bowled by totally blind players. Sean Swan runs in. Bowls it now to James Dunn. He has a swing. Hits the legs and no run. Down to Johan Schroeder, who fields it at a short third man position, and it's just a single. Johan Schroeder, obviously also a B1 player, totally blind, and the only member of the World Cup winning team in 1998 to still play cricket. Sean Swan runs in, bowls it now. A nice little sweep shot. 2 fielders down there getting it, and just a single. Sean Swan runs in, bowls it. Wicket. Out for LBW. Deacon Dunn's innings ends 14 runs or of 20 balls.
Ball of the second wicket was Deacon Dunn for 14 runs. New batsman in Mark Flowerday.
So with 1 ball to go in the 8th over, the New Zealand score is 59 for 2. So So the tactic to come left arm around the wicket in this over has worked for Sean Swan, picking up the wicket of he's ready now. Turned it down. That is the end of the over, end of the 8th over. New Zealand has moved on to 59 for 2, and Sean Swan's bowling figures 4 overs, 1 for 26 at an economy of 6.5. Excellent bowling.
After 8 overs, New Zealand's score is 50.
Change Johan Schroeder to bowl. Bowls it now. Little sweep shot by James. As Flowerday gets ready to face his first ball from Johan Schroeder. Big swing, makes a bit of contact, but the ball goes nowhere. And a dot ball. Dominic Adrians, the wicketkeeper and captain for South Africa, picking that ball up. Schroeder ready to bowl. Bowls it now with a bit of pace on the ball. Flowerday, very nice little drive into the offside. They've taken 1, they're turning for 2. And there's been a big collision in the middle of the pitch. Players running into each other. You don't want him to run into you. But both fielders up, 2 runs scored. Single. Yeah, so James Dunn plays quite a bit of blind sports in New Zealand. It's not just, I believe he plays blind bowls as well for New Zealand. So anything past the bowler, easy runs. 2 runs added to the total. James Dunn on strike. Johan Schroeder getting ready to bowl. Bowls it now. 2 wide on the off stump. Wide ball. That is the end of the 9th over. The New Zealand score has moved on to 69 for 2 after 9 overs.
9 overs gone, and New Zealand's score has moved on to 69 for 2.
So 1 over to go before drinks here, as we'll take a little bit break after the 10th over. And there's a bowling change as we have David Laundrie bowling from the other end. So Deacon Dunn on strike. David Laundrie coming in, bowls it now right arm over. Sorry, my apology. It's Mark Flowerday, not Deacon Dunn. My apology, and a single to Mark Flowerday. James Dunn back onto strike as David Laundrie comes into bowl. Right arm over. Straight. Oh, that's a fantastic shot by James Dunn. 1 bounce 4. Absolutely beautiful stroke. Got hold of it straight over mid-on. 1 bounce 4. Blind cricket boundaries are a little bit shorter than your normal game. They at 55 yards, which is just around 50 meters boundaries. Because we play with a hard plastic ball that does not travel as far as a normal leather cricket ball. Laundrie in now, bowls it. Again, James Dunn going straight. This time there's protection down there, and they'll only get 1. That brings Flowerday back onto strike. James Dunn showing his intent there with 2 glorious shots. David Laundrie comes in, bowls it. Flowerday goes after it, sweep shot. They've run 1. They thought of a second, but wisely decide against it as Donovan van Noordwijk does the fielding and has a brilliant throw in. And it would have been suicide going for the second run. Landry runs in, bowls it now. James Dunn swing and a miss. Ball goes between his legs and a dot ball. He's obviously decided to target the mid-on boundary, but the South Africans have now got someone out there on the boundary. As Landry comes in, bowls it. Another swing and a miss. Dot ball. That is the end of the over and drinks. And after 10 overs, the New Zealand score has moved on to 76 for 2. James Dunn on 32 of 29 balls with 2 boundaries. Mark Flowerday is just and a wide called. Schroeder gets ready to bowl. Lets it go now. Again leg side. And another wide. Way too many extras. So, Johan Schroeder ready to bowl again. He's got to pull it back. Way too many extras here. Lets it go now. Again down leg side. And wide it again. The wind has picked up slightly here, and it does make bowling for B1s a little bit difficult. It's not big yet, but it is a nice breeze, and it does make it very difficult for them. This time, Flowerday does make contact. There's a fielder down on the boundary, and they'll pick up 2 easy singles. That is the end of the over. After the 11th over, New Zealand has moved on to 97 for 2. And that is a much better over for the New Zealanders, but way too... So a lot more extras, and the South Africans will have to cut that down. David Landry will continue, and James Dunn will be on strike. So it's just a little bit of a talk between the batsman and the fielders getting the placement right. And David Landry is ready to bowl it now. James Dunn ready to receive it. David Landry comes running in right arm over, lets it go. Big swing and a miss from, and a bit of confusion here. But eventually both batsmen make their grounds as they were attempting a quick single. Dot ball. They'll have to be careful not to run each other out here. The two of them are looking solid in the middle there. Landry bowls. Big swing and miss by James Dunn, and it's another dot ball. So the New Zealanders are clearly showing their intent. They're going for the big shots. Landry comes in, bowls it. This time Dunn does make contact. It's gone over mid, off, by a fielder on the boundary, and they'll just get 2 for it. And a brilliant throw from the boundary as the fielder hits the stumps. But the batsman is safe. 2 runs added to the score. Landry runs in now, bowls a dry time over. This time a big shot. Fielder picks up beautifully on the boundary. They're going for the second, and a better throw would have had James Dunn in trouble. But 2 runs to the score after a brilliant bit of fielding. Fielding done there by Buchle Bidla. David Laundrie comes in, bowls it now. Another big swing. Misses it, and it's a dot ball. So James Dunn making it very clear now that he's just going to throw the bat at everything. High risk cricket here, but they need to up the run rate. Laundrie comes in, bowls it now. Another big swing and a miss, and another dot ball. And that is the end of the over. New Zealand moves on to 101 for 2. Only 4 runs of that. Only 4 runs of that over. So a brilliant over by David Laundrie. And the partnership now is 42. There's a bowling change. And it will be Buchle Bidla that will replace Johan Schroeder. Buchle bowls right arm over, medium fast. A little bit of a talk between the captain and vice captain regarding field placings.
Bowling change, Buchle Bidla replacing Johan Schroeder.
So Buchle Bidla gets ready to bowl. Mark Flowerday on strike as he comes in now. Right arm over, puts it down. A little lap shot. There is protection down there. And they're going for a second. This could be suicide. But Flowerday running. He's the quicker of the two. He runs to the danger end. And that's 2 runs. The South Africans will have to attack the ball a little bit quicker. Buchle Bidla gets ready to bowl. Flowerday on strike. Comes in now. Right arm over. The little dab shot down. Fielder misses it down there, Johan Schroeder, but he is a B1. Then picks up. And only 2 runs. Partnership moves on to 46. Buchle Bidla is ready to bowl. Comes running in now. Flowerday on strike, bowls it. That's a long ball. No ball. Attacking the middle line, getting it slightly wrong, and just going over the line. So Buchle Bidla is ready to bowl again. Runs in. Right arm over. And this time it's a wide down the leg side. Buchle Bidla ready to bowl now. Runs in. Bowls a slower ball. Makes contact. Fielder this time gets to the ball a lot quicker. And this time it's only a single down to fine leg. That brings James Dunn on to strike. The partnership has moved on to 48. Buchle Bidla to go to James Dunn. James Dunn, of course, left-handed batsman as he runs in. Right arm over. Leg side, beautiful little sweep. Brilliant bit of fielding by the B1 down there, and he keeps it down to a single. That's 49-run partnership. 1 more to go to the 50. Apologies, that is the 50-run partnership between James Dunn and Mark Flowerday.
That is the 50-run partnership between Mark Flowerday and James Dunn.
So Bukhle Bidla comes in, right arm over, down leg side, and that is another extra to the score. Flower Day on strike. Bukhle Bidla is ready to bowl, runs in now, right arm over. And that is a very good ball. The Flower Day leaving it. Dot ball. Bidluck is ready to bowl. Comes in now, right arm over. Lets it go. Little lap shot. Fine leg attacking the ball much better this time, and they just keep it down to a single. And that is the end of the 13th over. The score has moved on to Nelson 1-1-1 for 2.
New Zealand score after 13 overs is 111 for 2.
So excellent partnership here between James Dunn and Mark Flowerday. Playing a lot more aggressive cricket. Obviously targeting 180 to 200. David Landry will continue. And it will be Flowerday on strike. Mark Flowerday is now ready to receive the ball. David Landry will come in right arm over the wicket as he bowls it now. Swing and a miss, dot ball, excellent bowling by David Landry there. He gets ready to bowl again, comes running in. Lets it go now. Another swing. This time he gets it very fine. They've run one. They're not going to attempt a second. So just a single, and that brings James Dunn onto strike. James Dunn on 40. James Dunn on 40 runs of 38 balls. Mark Flowerday has moved on to 23 of 18 balls. Landry bowls it. Nicely played out to mid-on, and just a single. Mark Flowerday back on strike. David Landry comes running in and bowls it now. Big swing and a miss again, and another dot ball. Very good over so far from David Landry this over. 2 balls to go. Landry comes in, bowls to Flowerday. This time he gets hold. Landry runs in now, bowls right arm over. And that is an excellent shot. Beautiful shot. 4 runs for Flowerday. What a way to end the over. And New Zealand score moves on to 119 for 2 at the end of the 14th over. Mark Flowerday with that shot moves on to 29 of 21 balls with 3 boundaries. And James Dunn on 41 of 39 with 2 boundaries. South Africa will look to break this partnership as it's starting to threaten to become a big one. Bukhle Bidla will continue. South Africans desperately needing a wicket here now. If these two bat till the end, the score could go very close to 200, if not over. So Bukhle Bidla runs in, right arm over. Swing and a miss from Flowerday. Wide called by the umpires. It's just slightly too much on the offside. Bukhle Buchle Bidler at the top of his run out. Flowerday on strike. Runs in now, bowls right arm over. This time, Flowerday tried a little reverse guide shot, which he missed. Dot ball. Bidler ready to bowl, runs in now, bowls right arm over. Flowerday again tries that little reverse sweep. Bidler appealing for only he knows what. And the umpire is unmoved. As he gets to the top of his run-up, Flowerday ready to face or to receive. Runs in now. Right arm over. This time the conventional sweep shot. They've got one. They're going to come back for two. And they make it quite comfortably as the fielder was a bit slow off his mark to get to the ball. 2 runs to Flowerday. So Flowerday on strike. Buchle runs in. This time he does get hold of that little flick shot, reverse flick. Big run down there, and they'll only get 2 as the fielder cuts it off on the boundary. Excellent bit of fielding down on the boundary. Fielder down there was Isaac Bidler. Buchle comes in, right arm over. Flowerday has a big swing and a miss, dot ball. Then plays the cover drive after attempting a big swing, realizing that it was the wrong shot perhaps. Buchle on the top of his run-up. Runs in, bowls right arm over to Flowerday. Again, the little reverse sweep. Big run down there. Isaac Bidler picks up. Big throw. And 2 more runs comfortably. So 2 more balls left in the over. Sorry. That is the end of the over. New Zealand moves on to 127 for 2 after 15 overs with 5 overs to go.
After 15 overs, New Zealand's score is 127 for 2.
Okay, so James Dunn has moved on to 42 of 40 balls with 2 boundaries, and Mark Flowerday is on 35 of 26 balls. And David Landry will start his 4th over. So David Landry to start his 4th over. He's going to be bowling at James Dunn. A bit of water was taken on by Donna McGaskill. And surely some instructions to the batsman also out in the middle with 5 overs to go. They want to get at least 70 runs of these 5. McGaskill bowls in. It's a play and a miss by James Dunn, but it's called wide and an extra run to the New Zealand score. Landry gets ready to bowl now to James Dunn. Bowls right arm over. Reverse sweep by James Dunn. He makes good contact, but an excellent bit of fielding by Joshua Domant, playing his first game of the series and just a single. So, single brings Flowerday and strike. David Landry comes running in, bowls right arm over the wicket to Flowerday. Big booming sweep shot. And fielder picks it up just inside the boundary, and they'll get 2. Excellent bit of fielding again out there by Donovan van Noordwijk. Landry on Top of his run-up, getting ready to bowl to Flowerday. Comes running in, lets it go now. Again, booming shot down the leg side. Van Noordwijk with an excellent bit of fielding there. They're going to come back for 2. But again, saving 2 on the boundary there by Donovan van Noordwijk. Excellent bit of fielding. So Flowerday moves on to 39. James Dunn on 43. Flowerday is ready to bat. A bit of a delay here as they get the field sorted out by the South Africans. They're going for a 5-4 leg side field now. Landry runs in, bowls now. This side, time too much down the leg side and a wide extra run to the New Zealand score. Landry ready to bowl. Comes in now, lets it go right arm over. Big swing, and he's bowled, he's played on. Flowerday has been bowled by David Landry for an excellent 39 of 29 balls.
Ball of the third wicket was Mark Flowerday, out for 39 runs, bowled David Landry.
So the new batsman in for New Zealand is Matty Carter.
Matt Carter.
Right, so it's a very good breakthrough by the South Africans. They needed to break that partnership. Flowerday and James Dunn were threatening to go big. But another good batsman in Matt Carter walking in. Yeah, he can hit the ball around. He's got a bit of time to play himself in, and then he's got to go big as well. New Zealand definitely need to get up to 180, 200 to make it challenging for the South Africans. So Matty Carter ready to face his first ball. David Landry will bowl it. In comes David Landry, right arm over the wicket, bowls it now. A little sweep shot in the air. They're running hard, but it will only be single as Donovan van Noordwijk does the fielding. So 1 ball left in the over for David Landry. It's turned out to be a very good over for him. This James Dunn on strike, bowls it. And just as I say that, he bowls one down leg side and it's a wide. Landry ready to bowl. Comes in now, bowls it right on over to James Dunn. James Dunn with a big swing and miss. Dot ball. And that brings to the end the 16th over. New Zealand score moves on to 136 for 3. David Landry's 4 overs, 1 for 28.
At the end of 16 overs, New Zealand scores 136 for 3. David Landry finishes his 4 overs with figures of 1 for 28.
In the meantime, James Dunn has moved on to 43 or 42 balls. Matty Carter is on 1 of 1. And new bowler will be Sergio January, who is also a B1 bowler. So Sergio January to bowl right arm over the wicket. It is Matt Carter on strike. Bowls it now. That's a horrible ball to start off with as it goes off the pitch wide. Sergio January, of course, fielding with a face mask on. He took a horrible blow to the face at last year's national tournament, which broke his nose. He did come out after getting treatment and continued bowling and finished his spell. He gets ready to bowl now, right arm over. Bowls it now, much better, much quicker ball. And a little sweep shot onto the leg side. They'll only get one, as David Laundrie does the fielding on the square leg boundary. That brings James Dunn onto strike. January ready to bowl. Right arm over. And James Dunn gets hold of it. Past the B1 fielder at... Oh, brilliant bit of fielding there. He's going for the second. This could be trouble. And he makes it. But very risky running this by them. Joe Schroeder is not the type of guy to take on for two runs. He's got a very strong throwing arm. January gets ready to bowl. James Dunn on strike. There's a little bit of a delay. Non-striker having a word with the umpire. Not quite sure what that is about. Now the South African captain running up to come and find out what's going on. There's a delay here, but I'm not quite sure what this is about. So bear with us for a second. Right, it seems like it's all been sorted out now. So everybody gets back to their positions again. And Sergio January will get ready to bowl to James Dunn. January bowls it now. And it's wide on the offside as he tries to overcorrect after bowling a little bit too straight. Sergio January ready to bowl. Right arm over, James Dunn on strike. Bowls it now. A little bit slower down leg side. James Dunn gets hold of it, but there is protection on the boundary. Good bit of fielding and only the single. James Dunn moves on to 46 or 44 balls. That brings Matty Carter onto strike. Sergio January ready to bowl it now. Right arm over. Reverse swap, sweep, and Joe Schroeder picks it up. They're going for the second. Big throw, but they make it comfortably in the end. But an excellent throw again by Johan Schroeder. So 2 runs to the score. So Joel January gets ready to bowl.